Today, I'm going to show you how to paint loose watercolor poppies. We are starting with the easiest ones first. Paint one petal. And you can stop right there or add more. This one has two petals, one big one and one smaller one off to the side. Poppies have weird shaped petals. They remind me of sweet peas. So basically you can paint any shape as a petal and how many ever petals you want. Just remember to paint the petals bright red, vermilion, and or orange with dark black stamens, and it's a poppy. You can get as detailed as you want or leave the flowers very simple. For a defined side view of the flower, paint front petals first, then the back petals. Just remember, the flower should make a circle shape. Here's the same flower with two back petals instead of three. Here is a more detailed flower. It has two front petals and two back petals. As you can see from the way I'm painting it, it definitely does not have to be perfect or look exactly like the flower that you're painting. Again, make sure the flower has a circle shape. This is what a classic poppy looks like. Two opposite petals are going to be a bit wider. The petals basically make a perfectly square round shape. It helps me to make a light outline and essentially draw the flower first. Paint the petals as close together as possible while still leaving a little bit of white space in between each. Drop black in the center while the petals are still wet. I personally don't care for the way this looks, so I adapted it so it looks cuter and looser in my opinion. So this time I'm painting freely, two thin petals and two thick petals on the side. You could even emboss the petals with a stylus to get those iconic poppy lines. Just make sure the petals are still very wet when you emboss them. Here's one with 5 petals, or at least I think. You can't really discern from the drawing. I have to look at something when I paint. If you paint from memory or you can just paint from your mind, then consider yourself very lucky. But again, I'm trying to maintain this very circular shape as I paint each petal. And again, it helps me to draw at least the lines of where I think the petals should go first. The 3-petal poppy is my absolute favorite to paint. The petals are very round, so I'm trying to make them as round as possible while still leaving white space in between. The jagged edges on the petals are really fun to paint. It's like a very loose sort of style of painting. But again, I'm not a huge fan of the way it looks, so I adapted it to my own version. Again, I'm starting with very light outlines of where I want the petals to go and then painting them in. In my opinion, these petals are more attractive, but the beauty of loose painting is that you can paint any style of petal that you want. Just paint the petals in a orange-red color with a black center and it will look like a poppy no matter what. Once your poppies are completely dry, go back in and paint the black centers. For the seeds or buds, paint a very light outline, then dab it so it's no longer wet. Then go back in and paint the very top. There are many variations of the sort of top that you can paint. I am not loving how that one over there came out. But anyway, remember to leave white space to represent highlights. This type of top is sticking up. You can paint loops on top, or you can simply paint jagged edges. I think I definitely prefer this look. The entire top is visible on this one, so I basically painted a loose flower shape on top, then painted the rest. There are different poppy leaves and greenery that you can paint. This one is unique. It's not like a regular leaf. I don't know what it's called, but it's really fun to paint. Paint a center stalk with branches coming off, then paint smaller branches stemming off of those. This is a poppy leaf. It has very jagged edges. Paint a center line, then make the jagged edges bigger as you work your way down. Do this for both sides. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.